Okay, good day, guys. Thank you for joining me. This is Adobe Fikemba. Here will teach you physics, chemistry, biology. Okay, I'd like you to subscribe and share if you're just joining me. So we were talking about separation techniques, and we've looked at the first two separation technique method. We've looked at sieving, and we've also looked at decantation. Now I want to look at filtration. Number three. Number three is what? Filtration. Filtration. So now this is another separation technique method that we're going to be looking at. What is filtration here? Filtration also means the separation. It's a separation technique method that is also used to separate insoluble solids from their solution. So it depends on what type of insoluble solids you're looking at here to apply with filtration. So when we talk about filtration, we're talking about separating insoluble solids, solids that are not soluble from their solution. Okay, but here, unlike decantation, where you have to leave the solution to sit, that's to settle for a while, and then the solid particles will be found at the bottom of the beaker. The liquid layer will be found at the top part of the beaker. In this case of filtration, it's not like that. But both you are actually separating insoluble solids from their solution. But in this case, a different method is carried out. And what is that? Now, that method is you are going to be using what we call the filter paper. There is a reason why I'm writing this thing, because it's very important. Because when you're going to be describing that to the examiner or to whoever that wants to get to know what you're doing, he or she will be looking out for the method, that's the difference, or the material used to separating this insoluble solid from their solution. Because they know that both decantation and filtration can be used to separate insoluble solid from their solution. But it now depends on how or when these materials will be employed to doing that kind of separation. So for filtration, you need a filter paper, and also you need a funnel. And lastly, you will need a what? A flask, a conical flask. But you can also do it with a beaker. The most important material here employed is the filter paper and the funnel. Okay? Now, because this is what the setup is going to look like. This is what the setup is going to look like. Okay? Then you have this. It could be a beaker. Okay? It could be a beaker, or it could be a conical flask. You have something like this. Okay? Then you have the, what's it called? In. And then see the funnel here. Have you seen it now? So they are what similar. These are just collecting container. But the most important thing is this guy here. This one here. This one. So this is the filter paper. This is the filter paper. Why this is the funnel? This is the funnel. These two, whether a beaker or you have this one, the conical flask. Sorry. So whether it's a beaker or a conical flask, one thing I want you to understand is that these two are the container, collecting container for this will be coming down, which will present this side. This will give you the filtrate. Okay, this is the filtrate. Okay, but this filter paper and funnel, very important. So separation technique filtration is used to separate insoluble solid, insoluble what? Solid from their what? From their solution. And this method is widely carried out using a what? A filter paper and a funnel. Now, what does the filter paper do? It's the avenue to which it holds the solution and also carries out the separation. Are you seeing it now? So when you pour the solution, this insoluble solid solution or mixture into this place, now you will notice that the pores in the filter paper are so tiny that they can allow for the liquid part of this mixture to go through. The liquid part of the mixture to go through. So when they go through, they come here. The insoluble solid that is unable to go through these pores will stay on this filter paper. And that insoluble solid, we call it residue. Residue. Do you see it now? We call it what? Residue. Why the liquid part of the mixture that have passed through this mixture, this filter paper, is called filtrate. Filtrate. So take note, residue and filtrate. The residue represents the insoluble solid, okay? The insoluble solid that cannot go through the pores of the filter paper. And the filtrate represents the liquid part of the mixture that have passed through the tiny holes of the filter paper to this beaker or the conical flask. So with this, we've been able to explain what filtration is all about. Thank you. I just want you to understand. Help me share this video. Thank you.